Greetings, Taekwondo family. Welcome once again to Miami Minutes, the show that is gonna get you. That's a bit macho, man. It's like, you, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Miami's gonna get you.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts, John Parker. Yeah.
Here to snap into a slice of pizza is me, Niall McGowan. You better believe I'm gonna snap into that pizza.
Now that's it. Right, okay. This is already going to go off topic. I watch a lot of, what are the Facebook videos? Reels? Or what do they call them? What do they call them on there? I watch a lot of them lately because I get bored. And there's always food reviewers that come up for me. And it seems in America, all the food reviewers want their pizza base to be very, very stiff. If it's floppy, they don't like it. And I'm like, oh, hang on, over here it's the other way. If it's floppy, that's good. If it's stiff, it's burnt, right?
Well, stiff, too, it's just going to turn into shards. Like, it's going to have shards of dough in your mouth. Like, that's not going to be pleasant, but...
But you can't trust any of these people. They keep calling the base the undercarriage.
No, don't like that.
I put that in the comments. I was like, please don't ever refer to anything food-related as an
undercarriage. What the hell is that? What is that? The undercarriage? Jesus Christ. Oh.
I know. I mean, American listeners, do you call it that? Or is it just weird... young YouTube era people. Undercarriage, though, you use that to describe like your groin. I'm sorry. You can't call food undercarriage.
But there's going to be a lot of... Save it, there's going to be a lot of pizza talk in this, because
there is.
Most of what happens in this minute is pizza.
So this is minute 60, and the minute starts with a dastardly drive, and it ends with a dragon dragged. Literally.
Drag in. He's getting dragged in sound.
Oh, drag in. Holy shit.
No, I forgot about this fate that was going to befall poor. I'm always going to call him Angelo. Tom, the character.
You know what? Use him interchangeably. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
I'm sure they add in this, because Jeff's goons, of course, then they kick in the gear. Just adding in that little detail that have been extra assholes by, like, just literally burning rubber for no reason. They're just there revving the wheels and just like, yeah, it's just, been assholes, kind of. Just mild pollution. We're that evil. We're just getting off on mild pollution as well.
The thing that gets me about it as well, though, is that they're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be following these guys discreetly from a distance. Screeching your fucking tires all over the place. That's not a good stealth job, guys.
To be fair, though, I think they could be following them in a bright glitter-covered pink tank, and Jack and Sam wouldn't notice. They're very just into their own thing here, just talking about pizza, going to get pizza, considering what pizza they're going to get.
That's like my life.
Yeah, reminiscing about the pizza that they're going to have in the future.
Again, that's my life. I've already planned a pizza I'm going to have in 4 weeks.
Oh, nice. Is it from? I'm just going to assume it's from a particular place. Then, if it's,
yeah. It is. It's from American Pizza Slice.
So you've been going on with this. The listeners don't know this. John's been going on with this friggin' American Pizza Slice every conversation I've had with you now for the past 2 weeks.
Because it's the best pizza shop, right? And I just, it's always been my favorite. But now they've branched out into different styles. I'm getting the Detroit, which I think is kind of like our deep dish, not the American deep dish, like our one, which is a fake deep dish.
Yeah,
I think ours is actually a Detroit, but I'll let you know. I'll get back to you, listeners, when I eat this pizza.
It's always a word I enjoy, Detroit. I don't know why. This Dr. Detroit, the Dan Aykroyd movie. I just always think of Dr. Hibbert going like, Mr. Simpson, it's not it's Dr. Hibbert's brother in that one episode where he's like, the city of brotherly love isn't Philadelphia, it's Detroit. All right, asshole, if you don't want to tell me where he is, read between the lines, you fool.
I think it's just got a nice sound to it, doesn't it? Detroit.
Yeah. Although I always assume it's going to be an absolute crap hole because of RoboCop. They convinced me that Detroit is just, it's hell on earth. So
that is my impression. American listeners, let us know: is Detroit nice? Have we been misled by a crazy Dutchman? But yes, so they do screech the tires, and when they reach their destination, both parties, Dragon Sound leap out of the car. 4 of them leap out of the car, so that's 4 drinks, bitches.
I was going to ask if it counts. Does it have to be a leap in, or is it just any car leap in particular counts?
That's a good question for the official drinking game. I decided previously that if they're jumping out, it counts. If they're just not using the door, I can't remember the exact wording on the website, but if they're not using the door, I say have a drink. So do it, everyone. I'm ahead of you. I've done it.
Yeah. And we have a correction from last week because again, I think we were talking about clearly they're going to go to Uncle Soon's.
Yeah.
But no, they're betraying him. They're way off somewhere else.
I knew, but I didn't want to say, and I knew because I had a note for this minute from the commentary track, which I am gonna save till the end.
I believe too, though. Actually, I don't want to skip ahead too far because then this is technically when they get into the restaurant. We're not quite there yet, but I do see in the distance what I believe to be a Pizza Hut logo. So.
Right. Yeah, you are correct. On the commentary track, they do talk about how this is a Pizza Hut.
Okay.
So they did go, and it's near. It's like
are they officially allowed to say now the statute of limitations is lifted? We can say we filmed at a Pizza Hut. We couldn't say that for the first 20 years of the film's release.
Well, that's the thing, because they've gone to great lengths to not show any Pizza Hut sign. I know you've spotted one, but that's clearly accidental, isn't it?
I don't know. It's pretty prominently placed. It's like one of the first things you see. It's like, oh, there's a Pizza Hut logo right there.
I don't know. Maybe it's bad filmmaking then, because I was thinking, in any other movie, you would establish it. You'd show the signage outside, so you understand. Oh, okay, they're going into a Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which you don't see. It's just kind of there. But I think it's one of those that they just asked the manager, and he's like, yeah, okay. He didn't check with head office.
Well, again, he's probably also part of the Taekwondo family. Like he's one of YK Kim's many students. I would imagine.
Now the thing I looked up as well from that was I thought, well, I'll look in the vicinity of the university to see if there are still any Pizza Huts, because Joseph Diamond says in the commentary track, oh, I don't know if that Pizza Hut's still open these days, but if it is, pop in for a pizza.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought, well, I'm going to look. Is it still there? I don't know for sure.
It's going to be tough to try to track down a single Pizza Hut within the Orlando city limits.
Well, he did specifically say it's opposite the university.
Oh, okay.
So that narrowed my search down. They were
they didn't even need to drive all that far, I guess.
Well, I think in America, opposite, there's two problems. One, their version of opposite is still like a 5-minute drive. And also, you can't fucking walk anywhere in America. There's no fucking pavements. So what do they call them over there? Sidewalk.
Yeah.
So you probably have to drive.
That's that Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He knew what he was doing. He knew the whole time.
But that did narrow my search down a little bit. So I think I've possibly found it. But some of the surrounding stuff doesn't look the same. But that would make sense. I'm not entirely sure. I did find one very close to the university on University Boulevard.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it could be this one. Hang on. Now, if I show you a photo... I actually went on the street view on the maps. I'm not sending you that because you'll be there for 10 minutes scrolling around. But here's a picture. Now, I think it might be this. And also, when you look around, it looks kind of similar parking lot and things.
Okay. All right. But.
And it also seems to have a thing in it now, like Wing Street. I don't know what that is. Maybe they sell wings now. I don't know. The surrounding area looked kind of similar as well. So I think it might be that one. I couldn't see any others that I would consider to be close enough to be what he was describing. So I think it's this one, University Boulevard. If anyone listening knows for sure which one it is, because he hasn't bloody said, then do let me know. Unless it has just closed and been demolished, which is a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, they chop and change those kind of things all the time. It's just like, there used to be a Subway here, and now it's whatever. And next year it'll be something else. Like I don't think it's not kind of like a thing where like a home-owned business might be like, no, we were born in this spot, we're gonna die in this spot, that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure Pizza Hut were like, we'll go to whatever venue is best for us. So
I totally agree, but I don't think you would move one opposite the uni. Because you're going to sell a lot of pizzas to a lot of students.
That is true.
I think that's guaranteed business. You're not shutting that down.
Yeah, for sure. I think I feel now because we have jumped to just being inside the Pizza Hut, but
no, we'll get back there. You just mentioned. Well, actually, no, screw it. We are in because what else do they do? They jump out of the car.
Jump out. Angelo's the one left holding the. He has to like, okay, you guys, and then he's like.
I do kind of like that though because you see that it's suddenly pissing down with rain.
Yeah.
Right. Which initially I thought, and I wrote a note saying it feels like the shoot had no option but to just keep going.
Yeah.
Which, when I then listened to the commentary after I made my notes, that's exactly what happened. And you know what came of that, though? Actually, no, I'll save my other commentary note till the end because it is more relevant to the end.
Yeah.
I'll save that. But yeah, it basically was just, it started raining, and they were like, shit, let's just carry on shooting. Even though we're in a, what do you call them? A roofless car. They have a name. I'm not a driver.
Convertible.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't have the thing to convert it into, though. It doesn't even have because usually it's folded down in the back, right? And it's like, no, I guess we just. Who would have thought it would have rained in Florida?
In the humid place, yeah.
But of course, then we come in. Yeah, we see Pumpkin and Honey Bunny from Pulp Fiction. There are just getting ready to like. That'd be great. Like deleted scene is just like. Dragon Sound sitting having their pizza, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, everyone, pay attention, this is a robbery. If any of you fucking bitches move, I'll execute everything.
Oh, and it would have worked as well, because Tom, as we said, they've left Tom to go and park the car, which makes sense. It's raining. They've all ran inside. I get it. He could then turn up and save the day.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. He couldn't. But,
in your scenario, where they are actually them from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I imagine Mark would have the situation well under control. But the thing is, though, again, no offense to YK Kim, though, but he could try to come out with like Samuel L. Jackson's whole diatribe from Pulp Fiction, and the two robbers would just be like, "Sorry, what? Like, sorry, I didn't quite. I don't want to be offensive, man, but seriously, I don't know what you're saying."
Now, these strangers, I have two things about them. Now,
what I was genuinely thought might have been a young Courtney Cox there for a second.
Oh, I can see it. I
totally
I don't think it is, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very Masters of the Universe era Courtney Cox. That's exactly what you looked like back then.
Now, when the boys come in and they say hello to these two strangers, I know they're just being nice, but I fucking hate it when people do this. I don't know you. Don't speak to me.
Yeah.
I don't want you saying hello.
Joe Jack does it with such familiarity where it's kind of like, does he know them? Like, does Dragon Sound know everybody? Like, they had their troop of hangers-on outside. Either those people were the super fans of the Hare Krishna of the university, just waiting for someone to come out or whatever. But like, they do seem to be sociable with everyone. So
yeah, that's true. When you brought that up there, it only just dawned on me. Maybe they are other students from the university. And they don't really know them, but they're in like a couple of their classes. So, it's like, oh, hey, it's you. Maybe that is it, because we did just say, who's going to frequent the Pizza Hut next to the uni? The students.
Yeah, totally. Although that guy looks a little bit older, but, not the
So are they?
Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah.
Old. Yeah, maybe it's a mature student kind of town.
Yeah. Would be remiss also, we didn't point out that not only do we get a Pizza Hut logo, but over there to the right, we see one of our old friends, the Care Bears, up on the wall. As I briefly looked into there, because I watched the Care Bears when I was little, but I never returned to the franchise on any level.
Oh, exactly the same. It was like one of my favorite things as a kid, but I had to look up what bear this was. I didn't know.
Yeah, the same here too. I know that theme tune. Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky?
Hey.
I remember that.
And I remember seeing this bear. I just didn't know his name.
Oh yeah, he's apparently. It says on his Wikipedia page he is the de facto leader of the Care Bears.
Yes.
This is Tenderheart. Which is no relation to Dragonheart, I don't believe. But he's just like, and again, I'm sure anyone listening to this will have some vague knowledge of what the Care Bears was, but it was, big old cash in. A thing I'm surprised isn't really going anymore, because it was such a, like, there you go, toy. It's just in that 80s toy TV racket of, we make the toys, you make a show that ties in, you get money out of both of that. So that's what you keep doing. That system seems to be a little bit broken these days. when back in the day it was like, that's just what kids' TV was. You just make toys, and then you make that into a TV show, and then you get money out of both of them.
I think that's not even an exaggeration. That was the plan, wasn't it? It's like, make the toy first.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
Again, some of them turn out to be, decent enough shows. Like, I think I brought it up in this show before, but I can't defend the show, but Brave Star was a big one.
Yeah.
And that was just like, that's Filmation like trying to like snort up some extra fumes from the He-Man craze, because He-Man was dead, and they're like, we can do it again, right? So Cowboy, Space Cowboy, Brave Star, there you go. And then terrible line of toys comes out, and then they made a terrible TV show, but they made a feature-length Brave Star movie. That you can get on YouTube, and I watched it all the time as a kid, and looking back on it, even today, it's a genuine good bit of animation. I highly recommend that film.
Nothing wrong with that. Like even the ones that are made purely for commercial, sales and things like that, I don't fault them for it, because I tell you what, they did hit on something with a lot of us kids.
No, but to this day, you can't get rid of Transformers. And that's all that was. It's just like, hey, cool toy. And then people get hung up on Transformers lore. And it's like, no offense to you, man. Like, they're just hauling that out of their ass. So they're like, so you get all into like the legacy of Cybertron and stuff like that. It's like, I guess you could say that about any TV shows. Like, they were just making it up as they went along.
No, but even more so in this. I mean, I had toys that were like, I can't remember what they were called. They were Decepticons, but they were basically a Megazord. They all attached together into a giant Decepticon. It's like, that's just to sell loads of little toys to make a big toy, because you don't want to sell the big one.
Every single element was just designed to sell toys, but no, looking into Tenderheart, there's not much lore. I'm sure actually there probably is lore.
Oh, there'll be shitloads, I guarantee you.
Yeah, but I was interested to learn that he was because I was like, oh, one of you turned out that he was voiced by like Billy West or someone really famous, but no, he was voiced by a guy called Jim Henshaw, who didn't do much in terms of acting beyond the Care Bears. He was the voice of Wicket in the Ewoks cartoon, though. So that's a pretty. It was kind of weird that he didn't do more voice animation stuff, because like, Wicket and been one of the Care Bears, you think you'd be set. People want you in for all the good stuff.
I mean, the Care Bears, especially. No offense to Star Wars, but even Star Wars most Star Wars fans I knew, we were like, we're too old for fucking Ewoks. But even Care Bears seemed for older kids to me. I don't know. Ewoks just seem it. I don't know. It never really took off in my friend group.
The Care Bears to me was always like, no one ever admitted they watched. Everybody watched Care Bears. No one admitted they watched Care Bears.
Hey, I did, because I didn't care. I collected My Little Ponies and Care Bears.
I think I was back in the days. Like, everyone going home and been like, we're all watching Care Bears, but no one come in and say that you're. I remember too, like
Milhouse watching Barney.
Yeah. I remember even like in secondary school, like when you're supposed to be out of the cartoon era. And like a guy, we're like, standing in line waiting for class, and like one of my friends been like, "So did anyone watch Rugrats yesterday?" And everyone been like, "No one's watching Rugrats anymore, asshole! Jesus Christ, get over yourself!" And I was there, been like, "Yeah, I was watching Rugrats yesterday." Yeah. But like, that was the evolved version of like, if you came into primary school, it's like, watch Care Bears, everyone would rip the arse out of you.
Aww.
But everybody had seen that episode. Everyone knew exactly what you're talking about.
They were great. I think to me, my love of them was more toy based. It was collecting the bears rather than the show. I did watch the show and the movie. Like,
I don't think I ever had any of the toys, the Care Bears. I don't think it was. But that's the thing too. Like, it's just like I didn't. I know you like had a lot of experience playing games and arcades and stuff. I was like, my parents would never give me the money to do that. They're not wasting your time. I'm wasting money on a Care Bear. You're crazy.
It was a way to shut me up. Like, okay, here's like £5. Go to, and that would get you a lot of games then.
Yeah.
These days, if you find an arcade, which is a rarity, it's like £3 a game. Fuck off. The point is, it's meant to be small change, and it keeps you playing for like hours.
Yeah, but no. The only other big notable thing that this guy was in was the great Hal Ashby movie, The Last Detail. Which was really, you played the character Sweek, which is like, The Last Detail is a fantastic movie. It's Jack Nicholson, Randy Quaid. It's all about like, it's him Jack Nicholson and another guy in the Navy having to like take a young cadet who tried to like, you know, abandon his post back for a court-martialing, and they end up like bonding with him and taking him out and showing him a good time on his last night, and it's all but it's a Hollywood film from the early 70s, so it has a nasty ending.
I was going to say something horrible's bound to happen.
That's always well, the weird era of Hollywood was just like, yeah, from like 1967 to about 75, every Hollywood film just didn't have a happy ending. It's just like, and then I think that's why people liked Rocky so much. They're like, wait a minute. You mean the guy doesn't die horribly in an alley somewhere? Like, you mean it actually has an uplifting ending?
But he also doesn't win.
Yeah, but they had that thing though. But you still feel good at the end of it. You're like, oh. And then you see the other things up for like best picture that year. It's all like Taxi Driver and stuff. And they're like, you know what? We're going to give it to the guy who, you know, made us feel like maybe the world wasn't so bad.
So in this movie, spoilers, people, like now, just tell me, does the main character die at the end?
No, it's not that he dies. It's just that they have a kind of crisis about whether they should take him in or not. And then when they do take him in, you're expecting like a big emotional goodbye and stuff, and he's just coming out and like, oh, maybe they'll let him go or something like that. Like, you know, like at the end of Midnight Run, like similar plot line where like, oh, De Niro has to take a guy across as part of his bounty, and they become friends, and at the end there's a big emotional scene where De Niro lets him go and stuff. And in the last detail, they just get there. These soldiers appear, just grab Randy Quaid and just shove him into a prison jail cell, and they're just like, right, you guys get the fuck out of here.
What?
And it's just a really abrupt, horrible ending. And you're just like, yep, this whatever nasty stuff was going to come to this, you know, dishonorable discharge, probably end up having to serve jail time for whatever he did, all this kind of stuff. It just happened, and these guys just like, yeah, well, just going to go back there living our lives, and you just have a real like, well, yeah, just stuff happens. You make little friendships, and then you separate, and that's the harsh reality.
It's realistic, you know. That's the end of that chapter.
Yeah, of course. Then Randy Quaid, of course, himself. I haven't been keeping up with. He's been up to this year, but Randy Quaid, of course, went like completely insane there for a while. So I don't know if he's still on the run or what happened with that. But
I actually don't know. No, I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, is he still? He was in Canada, right? He was, and he was convinced that the same ninjas that killed David Carradine, according to him, were after him as well.
Yeah.
And so I think he was still claiming he was, let's see, so personal life.
I'm looking at it. Oh, he's a supporter of Donald Trump.
Oh, of course he was. Apparently he went and vacationed in California without incident, so...
Oh, okay. So maybe he's a bit more with it now. Well, he likes Trump, so not really. Oh.
As 3 weeks after the election, Trump on his Twitter account retweeted some of Quaid's video material claiming election fraud and wrote, "Thank you, Randy, working hard to clean up the stench of the 2020 election hoax." Like,
Jesus
Trump,
Christ.
have you seen? Do you believe in the ninjas that killed David Carradine? Like, he probably does.
I tell you what. The David Carradine thing is weird. It is strange, right? I don't think it's a conspiracy of ninjas. It's probably he paid some hooker to do something and it went wrong.
Yeah, I remember even though like the week it happened, as a much younger person. I was a kid. I can't remember exactly when he died, but I probably would have been like 19 or 20 maybe. But I do remember being like, so you say he hung himself and yet his hands were tied behind his back.
Yeah.
How does that work? Like, as it's like, oh, just best left unquestioned. It's like, no, I'm going to question it. Like, how did that happen?
It's weird. I don't see it, but I also don't know if it's anything nefarious. I think it is just maybe a dodgy sex thing.
I think it's a Michael Hutchins scenario for sure. Yeah. He almost claimed that maybe the ghost of Michael Hutchins was like, finally, someone else will take that stigma off me. It's like, nope, it's still there, baby.
Well, speaking of dodgy sex things, I just want to say that Randy Quaid was in a movie called Lolly Madonna XXX. I don't know if it is a dodgy sex. No, in 1973.
No.
I don't know if it is a dodgy sex thing, but that name,
Yeah. But no, apparently beyond this, though, but beyond his voice acting, Jim Henshaw, the voice of Tenderheart, was a writer as well. And he wrote after his time on the Care Bears, he wrote for a TV series called The Immortal, the Beastmaster TV show.
Oh.
The spin-off of Beastmaster. The Lost World, which was one of those ones that was like they claimed this is based on the Arthur Conan Doyle Lost World. And then you watch it and it's just like, it's the same in the same bracket as Xena or Cleopatra 2525, where it's basically softcore porn that you can show on a Saturday afternoon, but it's basically all, I remember the main girl in The Lost World was Jennifer O'Neill, and she spent their entire show in a loincloth. That might
be why I watched it. I don't
know. That's 1 million% the reason that 98% of the audience watched it was because it's her in that outfit all the time.
I remember it was good, but I bet if I watched it now, it wouldn't be good.
But also, La Femme Nikita, exactly the same bracket. Although I think that might have been a little more overtly raunchy.
Oh, yeah, because of the age I was, right? If you got the chance to watch La Femme Nikita, it felt like you were watching porn.
Yeah.
It felt naughty, like, I'm not supposed to be watching this.
I think it's bad they do this. It's sexy, and it's also really violent.
Yeah.
And now you watch it, like, is it the tamest crap in the universe, man?
But as a kid, I was like, oh, whoa, this is...
It's up there, Red Shoe Diaries.
I used to watch that as well.
But he also did, apparently worked on Erie, Indiana, The Other Dimension, which was the sequel show to Erie, Indiana.
Oh, I never saw that. I watched Erie, Indiana. I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah, I think it was near enough immediately after it. I think they did Erie, Indiana, that ended, and then like the next year. Back to Miami Connection, I guess.
Yeah, actually, all I'll say about Tenderheart is that he has appeared in nearly every incarnation of the series to date.
I think he's like their Optimus Prime. You can't have. I guess that's because he's like the general kind of color as well. It's like a brown bear. You're always going to have a brown bear if you're making a thing about a bear. So
it's like leader bear, generic bear. Like it's a bear, And he helps people show that they care, spreading love, making it grow, and he has a heart filled with love on his belly.
Yeah.
Aww. And he wants you to share your feelings, kids. It's actually, like, that's the thing with Care Bears. Yeah, it's a bit cheesy and stuff. But it's actually good messages for children. It's like, he's teaching you, it's okay to be emotional and to share your feelings with people and things like that. It's nice.
That's it. When you're growing up, though, and your brother's into, like, grunge music and stuff, it's like, you can't be caught dead watching Care Bears, man. You're nuts.
Yeah, I suppose that would have been different. My sister is older, so being a girl but older... I think she was probably the right age to maybe be on the tail end of the Care Bears, but it was more my era, so I don't think she cared, so to speak. She's like, well, whatever.
She neither cared nor bared.
No, terrible. You got a bear.
Mm-hmm. So one thing, though, maybe an acting showing that they don't care, is that Dragon Sound waft in here, and then seem to choose a table with 4 seats.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell is Angelo going to sit?
Well, you do that awkward thing. This always happens to me. I turn up somewhere late and someone says, just grab another chair and pull it over. And it's like you have to perch awkwardly on the side, looking like a prick, getting in the way of the waiters.
That's going to be a future interaction with Courtney Cox and young Tom Selleck over here, where it's young Magnum. It was like they're going to have to, do you mind if we take this chair? It's like, no, one of our friends is going, oh, God damn it. It looks like it's empty beyond that. Like it's, I guess we're not seeing the whole restaurant, but it does look like it's pretty barren for a Pizza Hut.
No, I totally get the vibe. It is barren, and I bet this. I was going to say this earlier. Actually, I bet this couple are dreading this. As soon as they saw this, a large group of loud university students, good friends, right, have just interrupted their quiet space. It's What's worse than being the only person in a restaurant? Being like, there's only 2 groups of people. That's worse.
Yeah.
It's either you want to be the only people or it's busy.
Listen, I'm just bad with people in general. So it was always a thing. Like when you're in the cinema and people keep coming in and you're like, please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me. Please don't. And then someone does. You're like, oh, God damn it, man.
Why did you fucking do that? It's even worse when there are other seats. It's like, why have you done this?
Yeah. No, it's still to this day. Every time someone mentions Shazam to me, I have the bad memory of like, oh, those assholes who sat right next to me when the theater was empty. What were they doing?
Oh, no excuse.
No. But they have no excuse either, though. Dragon Sound coming in here. Figure just maybe there's legitimately no five seated tables, but
Yeah, I could see that.
It's up to Angelo to move the car, and he's not even going to have a good seat because he's going to have to be on the end. And there's going to be 3 knees knocking together at some point. It's going to be a little too tight, and then the pizza's going to come out, and there's going to be enough room on the table.
That's the worst bit. There's nowhere to put the food on the table then. And then you feel like a dick again because the waiter's got to try and like rearrange things, and you're like, oh God, I'll just go sit on my own.
I don't know the etiquette for inside a Pizza Hut because I have to say I have never had a Pizza Hut.
Whoa, seriously?
In my life, there was never one in town when I was growing up. There's now, like, my hometown, Japan has moved on leaps and bounds, and it's like there was never anything here when I was a kid. Like, the concept of going to McDonald's was like a foreign thing. It was like that was a massive event if you got to a McDonald's because there was none nearby. Now there is a McDonald's right down the town, and there's a Domino's pizza and stuff. But Domino's was another thing of like, yes, I understand. In the big cities, they talk about a pizza you can have delivered to your house. But here we just had like the local Chippies, which to be fair were really nice actually. The actual quality of work there was usually pretty stellar. Or maybe I just grew up in it, so I think it's stellar. But
that's probably it. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So, but because of that, never went to a Pizza Hut when I was a kid. And then when I got to Liverpool, and I kind of saw like, oh, what is it? What's the deal with Pizza Hut and Domino's? And I was like, oh, that's really expensive. Like I don't want to buy that. I'm not spending that amount of money on a pizza. You can just go and buy a pizza. You can make your own pizza for next to nothing. Like, why would I go and waste the money on that? So
they fill a need. Sometimes you're lazy. Sometimes you just want something greasy. Sometimes you want something quick.
But you also know too. I probably mentioned it on the show previous actually because it's every time the subject of pizza ever comes up. I always talk about the fact that I refuse to pay for Domino's now.
Oh yeah.
Because our friend Davey used to be a Domino's delivery guy, and he would always just come with free Domino's for you.
Yeah.
And so now, after getting it for free for so long, I was like, well, I'm never gonna pay for it, like, because it's like I feel like I'll be losing out. Then basically, then it's like, no, it's like I used to get it for free. I'm not gonna start paying the. So think for it actually, because again, too, like I'm a what they would call in Ireland, I'm a gorb. Like I'll wolf down a pizza. So whenever I'm in my dad's house and we're going like, oh, we can split a pizza, and it's like, no, we can't.
No, I'll have a pizza. You can get your own.
Yeah, if you want to, we're going to get 2, and then you have a couple of slices of yours. I'll eat the end of yours as well. Don't you worry about that.
That's the same with me.
Yeah. So then, like the thing of like going to like a Pizza Hut or a Domino's to justify to get a justifiable size, it would be like 18 quid for that pizza. So,
yeah, if I order from them. I do spend £18 to £20 usually.
Yeah, and and then at that point it's like, no, why would I spend 20 quid when, like the listeners are all getting an insight into how much of a skinflint I am. But like, I've got a proper like, no, I could spend this, or I could go and spend £4 and get a really nice frozen pizza just down the road. Like, why would I fork out an additional 16 quid?
There's nothing wrong with that attitude. It saves you money ultimately. But again, it's just sometimes it's ease. Sometimes it's you just want something sort of gross, if you know what I mean. Like it's oily and it's like it soaks things up. Sometimes you just need to get it. And I always liked Pizza Hut. It went through a period where it wasn't cool and it almost disappeared. But when I was a kid, that was the big place to go. Like every birthday party was Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
because it was when there were a lot of ones you could sit in. There's not so many now. There's a few. And it was always dead exciting. Like they'd bring out the deep pan pizzas in this big, massive, heavy metal sort of pan, and they'd put the pan on the table, and you got this. It was amazing. It was like, holy shit! And there was an ice cream bar where you got like unlimited ice cream, and it was fucking brilliant. But then, it disappeared for a while. Well, not disappeared, but it wasn't cool. Domino's kind of kicked its ass. Maybe because Domino's sponsored The Simpsons. That might be part of it. And they used to have a thing where with Domino's, if it didn't come within 30 minutes, it was free.
Yeah. Now, classically,
which has definitely fallen by the wayside.
Well, that was nuts. Because I think Pizza Hut's the first Turtles movie, right? I think they have their greasy mitts all over and that has the whole thing of like Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. So I think they might have offered the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I think Domino's probably just ripped them off.
I think that might also be more of like an American thing. Like, you probably would have got a lot of local pizzerias would have offered that.
Yeah.
As a kind of like, this is how you get people in. This, is this little ploy here. And then maybe Domino's or Pizza Huts were the first to take it as a corporate thing.
Make it less cool.
Yeah. Whereas it used to be like, no, it's a standard thing for like, Giuseppe's down the road would do that kind of thing. But
well, when I noticed Pizza Hut started making a bit of a comeback in the UK, I was in Liverpool at the time, so I did start ordering from them as just as a test, just to see like. Sort of nostalgia, almost. Let's have a nostalgic trip back, in my mind. And I've got to say...
Can I have a prototype pizza, please?
No, I've got to say, it could just be a UK version of Pizza Hut thing. I think it's nicer than Domino's. It's got a much nicer crust. There's something about the crust that it's 1,000 times better, I think. It's really nice. And they have... they've got a few veggie options now, I do believe. So do Domino's, though. So there's quite a few, and there's even vegan options now for both. So I'm not being too biased, but it's all about that crust, the undercarriage.
Well, I was gonna get into asking, because when these guys come in, you hear there's a lot of jarbled talk about like what they're getting and stuff, and then there's Joe Jack says he's gonna get one with everything.
Yeah.
Or John, maybe it's John that says that. And I was going to ask you, what is your default pizza order if you're going to a Pizza Hut?
If it's like a Pizza Hut kind of place, rather than like a proper Italian, is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
Well,
or just say if you're out in general, if you were like, I want a pizza, if you were out at a party or something, like, we're ordering pizza, what do you want? What would your de facto order be?
There's not a lot of veggie options. There's more now. In the past, it would have just been they always call it like Veggie Supreme, where it's just got all the vegetables on, which is lovely. Don't get me wrong, but you do get bored when you've only got that or the hot version of that, because there's Veggie Supreme or Veggie Sizzler. It's like, well, it's exactly the same, just it's got jalapenos on it. But
jalapenos, absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, love them. But again, it's the same pizza. You've only really got sort of one choice.
Yeah.
But now they do have other ones. And lately, if I've ordered from them, which is rare, they have a Beyond Meat, the fake meat, Beyond Italian-style sausage supreme. It's fucking fit. Because the sausage on those kind of pizzas doesn't really taste like sausage anyway. You know what I mean? Like, this tastes exactly the fucking same. It makes no difference. There's no meat in the meat as it is. I could probably eat it and be fine.
Yeah. I don't want to, but we might as well put our official stance as well. I don't want to speak for you, John, but I think I can in this subject, even though I know you're now a vegetarian. But we here at Miami Minutes are a pro Hawaiian pizza podcast.
Oh yeah,
and that will be like, John might not be able to have it, but I'm sure you can have like imitation ham on the.
You know what? I've never seen it. I think because the Hawaiian is a niche product anyway, so to make it even more niche wouldn't be cost effective.
It's a thing I just do not understand why it's niche. It's like, it's gorgeous. I love the sweet and the sour together. Look at this with the sweet and the savory. It's perfect. It's a delight. Why would anyone
sweet
question
and savory is a perfectly normal combination in lots of cuisines. Like Chinese food, they do it all the time. Pork is often served with pineapple.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So I just wanted to put that out there as our official pizza policy. But
absolutely.
I did look into, though, because, the subject of pizza toppings, it comes up from time to time. But I wanted to look into unusual pizza toppings.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for this.
So one of them, because I was like, how about it? Because then you go to some sites and they're a bit like, oh, yeah, like broccoli and whatever. You're like, come on, man, get out of here.
I've had that loads of times. Like, in Europe, they do that quite a bit.
Yeah, so that point, like, no, come on, you're taking the piss. Then I got a good site. Love to Know came out with a whole list. The first being the banana curry pizza.
Oh, okay, right. But banana does work with curry on a pizza. Not sure.
Yeah, but it's you can get a traditional banana pizza curry. Which is a Swedish product, apparently. So again, you have curry, you assume it would have been more, it would be more Eastern, potentially. But no, apparently it's in Sweden. And it's basically, sliced banana, curry powder, red onion, cheese, and just a basic pizza with just bananas and curry powder on top. It's like, All right, I didn't see that one coming. Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm interested in that.
They also list green pea pizza, which apparently is popular in Brazil.
Like peas, like garden peas.
Garden peas. It's just,
Okay.
Apparently it's worked in as a substitute for mushrooms, which is, I don't know why you'd need to substitute mushrooms, but whatever.
Yeah, okay, that's intriguing. Doesn't sound particularly appetizing, but I would also like to try it.
Others on the list, coconut pizza.
Okay. I'm an adventurous eater, so I would like to try it, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, but they say here, like, if you try it, it goes beautifully with a little pineapple, prosciutto, shrimp, or mango. Put that all together with coconut on a pizza, apparently, is supposed to be stellar.
Okay.
And then you get into things like, this is stuff you have seen, like breakfast pizza, where they're putting eggs and, sausages and stuff on top. I was like,
you
whatever.
Get that here all the time, yeah.
Yeah, the full English breakfast pizza. And then the thing of the pineapple pizza, which is not Hawaiian, it's just pineapple on a pizza, which is like, come on, it's not really pushing the boat out. But then kiwi pizza.
Oh, right, I love kiwis. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you know who you can blame for this again? The friggin' Swedes.
Again?
Well, the Swedes, as if they're just trying to insult, they've just got beef with Italy.
We're going to ruin all of your food.
It's like, hey, look what we're having on it now. We're having canned tuna on a pizza, which is another one that they've got down here. Canned tuna on a pizza.
Oh, my God.
Although I've seen fish food pizza, so that's not all that unusual.
My sister's favourite used to be tuna and sweet corn. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Who hurt you?
Well, but then in addition to that, though, they have mokba cold fish pizza.
Oh no!
Which is a Russian dish.
Mokba, that's how you spell Moscow.
It's people know that's the city that's featured in Police Academy 7. People aren't familiar with Moscow, but apparently, mokba is dough sauce, a little cheese, and then topped with salmon, sardine, tuna, mackerel, and onions. Which is, I'm gonna say no to that one. No. One of my all-time favorite wraps I used to get that I couldn't, because I've developed an allergy to a lot of fish, used to be, it was tuna, jalapeno, red onion, and cheese.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
That was incredible. But that's most of those ingredients, to be fair. But yet it's adding in the mackerel and stuff. I'm like, yeah.
That's getting a bit much.
No, that's like freaking Danny DeVito's penguin might eat that, but like not me, man, not me. And yeah, we've got things like squid and shrimp pizza, sardine pizza, and everything but the sand seafood pizza, and then faux pizza, which is literally putting on faux was in the noodles.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant like it was fake.
No. It's just like thin jalapeno coins, hoisin sauce. Marinated protein and rice noodles all on a pizza.
Noodles on.
Kimchi, another one.
Oh, that would work. That'd be fit.
Yeah, and then there's one with the loaded potato pizza, which we've actually had. Cause I remember when the time we had a pizza festival, and our friend Gary, he made because he was just going crazy. Gary's a big pizza guy in general. He always makes pizzas from scratch. Time anyone comes around, he's like, I'm making pizzas for everybody.
It's a good dish to learn cooking with, because it's hard to really fuck it up.
I think his thing though is that he's got, even though he's one of the most beloved people of our friend group, he does have bad social anxiety, and so he needs to get really drunk before he's able to come in and sit and talk to people. And I think the reason he does this is because when he's out in the kitchen making the pizzas, people will come and talk to him for a little bit, and he's just be like, what do you want? And he has a thing to talk to them about, and he's like, I'm making a pizza for you.
That's it. There's a topic there, rather than just having a free-flowing chat. Yeah.
And he doesn't have to go into the main party, because like, I'm making the pizzas. I've got a project here. Don't bother me kind of thing. But he did make, I remember, him going crazy and making like mashed potato and like sauerkraut or something on a pizza and stuff like that. Yeah, it wasn't to my taste, but I don't like sauerkraut. So
you're fucked right there then.
But like, it was the thing of, as an Irishman, I say this, but potato on a pizza, no, I can't.
It goes. I think it goes.
Yeah, I would say potatoes really go with anything, to be fair. Yeah. But just for some reason, I was like, it was one step beyond where I was willing to go.
It's potatoes with bread and cheese. What's wrong there?
That's true. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, you like that tuna wrap? Why wouldn't you like this? This is basically like it's the guts of a burger.
Yeah,
you know.
Now we have a restaurant here, Crazy Pedro's. And their whole thing is they do sort of odd pizza. Not maybe to this degree, but I had one.
He is crazy though, that Pedro.
Oh,
the things he's doing are just like I'm thinking he's genuinely going to get shut down because some of these things he's doing are just. Like...
He's just so crazy. But I did have one there called Blueberry Hill, which I've actually just looked it up to remember exactly what was on it. So it's feta, red onion, blueberries, watercress, and balsamic glaze.
I'll try that. I love blueberries though, so
I have them every single day. But on a pizza, you might think, "Oh, that's weird." And I bought it because I'm like, "That sounds weird." And they donated some money to homeless charities if you got that particular pizza for some reason. So I was like, "Okay, I'll get that one." It was nice. It went. I don't know how or why, but it was good. Unfortunately, I've looked though, and they don't have it on the menu at the moment. So it might have
been a one-off, like, that's why they're donating the money. Like, if you're crazy enough to order this, we'll donate money for you.
Well, they do have one that's got. How do we describe this to Americans? They've got one that's got Monster Munch on it.
Yeah. Again, I'm not a big crisp person. Really don't like Monster Munch.
They're like one of the best crisps. Americans chips, but it's not chips in the way you're thinking. How do we describe them?
Potato chips, I think would be the.
Yeah, these are like corn based. They're like, I don't know. They fall apart. They're not solid.
Yeah, they always kind of gross me out for some reason. I think because they were usually served to kids, and I just remember loads of kids like sticking out their tongues and having like all half digested Monster Munch. I think that in my mind, and then always gulping down milk with it, and it always kind of the thought of it kind of grosses me out a bit. So I think that's forever severed my connection with the Monster Munch brand.
Well, this pizza, the Got the Munchies, is goat's cheese, red onion marmalade, basil pesto, and beef Monster Munch.
Yeah, I'd say it was going great up until the end.
You just want some beef.
It was just beef. Yeah, I'll be 100% in. But,
they have some ones that you would like. There's a salt and pepper chicken pizza that's got like everyone in Liverpool loves that salt and pepper.
Yeah,
they've got that, and they can even make it vegan with a fake chicken. So there's a Godfather that's got meatballs on it and all kinds of stuff. Nacho Libre.
It feels like that's borderline a hate crime these days, though. Like, it's got a meatball on it. It's good. It's Italian.
Hey, there's one that's chicken and waffle. There's waffle bits on the pizza.
Well, they I'm assuming they mean an American waffle rather than the bird's eye potato waffle.
Yeah, proper American waffles.
Although I say American waffles are probably Belgium's probably like, what do you mean American? They're friggin' ours.
That's true. They're Belgian. Yeah. Yanks, you stole that. Like you stole apple pie. Apple pie's English. It's not American. Stop saying it's American.
And I think the pizza talk has truly stolen this podcast away from Miami Connection. I'm pretty sure we've talked about maybe 5% of this episode has been actual talk about the minute at hand here. But I was going to say, to be fair, not much happens, though something big does happen like pretty soon after these guys all land in and take their seats. Because then we cut to potentially the easiest kidnapping in the history of the universe. Everyone has, considering a fully grown man just does not put up any kind of a fight when these guys come to take him, and he's just so awkward and sort of like.
To be fair, it's a big group of people. I don't know would you fight back? They're going to beat you up anyway, so maybe you should just fight back. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's supposed to be a shooting the mark, man. He should be able to
That's true.
Throw down a little bit. Like maybe you could have a thing of him. Not to go back to the Turtles again, but of course there's scene where Raphael in Turtles 2, I think, he's abducted by the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
But it's preceded of a scene of him fending for himself, beating up a lot of them for ages until they finally get him. So yeah, I kind of feel like this is a little bit of a, though we have seen in the past, we've not seen much evidence of Angelo's or Tom the character's prowess. And it's probably because, as we know, Angelo wasn't at the time a student of YK Kim. He was just brought in to do the music. So,
but the character's supposed to be.
He's supposed to, but then he wasn't there for the training earlier. Maybe he is just No, he's just he's just the Dragon San guy. He's not got any of the martial arts skills.
You know what? That's true. We're assuming he's one of them in that aspect. But has there been a single piece of evidence?
I think we see he did some minor fighting during the big street fight, but we noted that he was a lot lamer than everyone else. So it could be like he just is. He might be, if he is a student, he's like a proper novice level.
Yeah, maybe he was the band guy, and they've only just started teaching him the martial arts.
I wonder though. That's the thing that is Jeff's group, or the Jeff Goons, are they specifically targeting Angelo, or would it be like no, whichever one of them? Like, if it had been Jim, they would have taken Jim. Had it been John, they would have taken John. Like, it's just like, whichever one of them's by himself, that's the one we go for.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I don't think they've particularly singled him out. It's just they've got an opportunity because he's on his own parking the car.
Yeah. Because if he was notably, like, the lame one, who was like, let's say lame, he's probably the best of them because he did all the songwriting. Yeah. But they're like, the one who can't really fight, get him. But there's no evidence that they've been like, there have been things around where they've been stalking them for a while, and they've been a real like, they had a bit of like, Craven the Hunter kind of vibe. Like, no, I've been studying the weaknesses and stuff and making sure I know what we're getting into. But it does have more of a vibe of like, that's the one. All right, we'll take that one then.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for basically. It's just this is our chance because I don't know what their plan was. I don't think this was their plan. It was just follow them and we'll pick a moment.
And this is also a side hustle that Jeff had going of like trying to kidnap the guy from Hall & Oates. And then bring me John Oates.
You got me the wrong one.
Like, who the hell is this guy?
It's one of those Dragon Sound pieces of shit.
God, maybe he's friends with John. A friend? What?
Even worse. He can't be friends.
Punches a hole in the wall.
I love it as they throw him into the boot of the car, though. They're dragging him, and he's like, Mark's gonna get you!
No faith in his friends. Mark is the only one who's gonna sort this out.
Yeah, the rest of them are shit. I'm shit. Mark, though.
Yeah, not even like we're gonna get you. Like, we, the group, are gonna combine together. The power of 5 combined. We will, It's just like, no, the one good one we have is going to get you.
Yeah, he's leaving it to Mark to sort out. He's not going to help himself. No, because Mark is a fucking Terminator. He's RoboCop.
Well, to be fair, he's not wrong. Spoilers for later, but Mark does get them. So.
Justifiably. I mean, this is another step up in what they did. Because, before, they did have an insane street fight and try and beat the shit out of these guys. Okay, but now they're actually kidnapping someone. This is another level of like, okay, these guys are in shit. Yeah.
It's you wonder how often because it runs very smoothly. So you're like, I wonder how if they kidnap people often. Like they kind of maneuver the car up into such an angle where he doesn't have much space to move. Yeah. And then they know they're going to go in and you just deck him a couple of times and just open the boot and throw him in. It had a very tried and true, we know what we're doing. Like, we kidnap people all the time.
Oh, yeah, it's not sloppy in the slightest, is it? Which is surprising for this group, because this group have always been kind of shown as the, I don't say the clowns, but they have the funny bits, the bits where they fall down and the silly things,
Yeah. But then, Jeff keeps them around for a reason. Like, Jeff doesn't look like a man who would suffer fools too easily.
That's true.
So, if you were able to goof off and be in Jeff's gang at the same time, you must be good at something. So, but they of course, as we said earlier, they're dragging sound away.
Have you noticed as well, when they get back in the car and zoom away, the very next shot, it's suddenly dusk.
Yeah. It's just like...
out of nowhere. How long have they been driving with him?
This is just like it's the Orlando winter, I guess, where they just got out of class and like, oh, bang, it's dark. It's
I also love how, again, listeners, we're not jumping ahead and cheating. I don't look ahead, so I might have forgotten. But at least in this, which is a sort of extended sequence, not one cut back to the guys in the restaurant going, "Where's Tom?" They don't seem to care.
That'd be great, like 5 days later. Like, and I'm sure as soon as they need the car, that's when they'll know. And I'm walking back. I just had like 5 pizzas
and 6 beers. I can't drive.
That's also a question too. Dragon Sound stuck for cash. They're going out to Pizza Hut. God damn it! It ain't cheap.
That's a very, very good point, actually. Because Uncle Songs, you're like, okay, maybe he gives them it either for free or for a very cheap, discount kind of thing. But Pizza Hut, then again, I think back in the day it was a lot cheaper pizza. But even so, the impression you get from them is if they're not at Uncle Song's, they're just in the house eating like bread.
Yeah,
or
noodles, things like
cup
that.
Noodles, yeah,
the standard student food. But like, I keep hearing things too of people talking about like, oh yeah, bad diets and when you have no money. So like, oh yeah, so you end up eating like McDonald's every night. And my head is like, I've been in the position of having no money. I couldn't afford McDonald's every night. If you have no money, you make your own food because you have to, because you don't have any money. Like it's, so the idea like, oh, that's what poor people do is they go out and get like, crap takeaway all the time. It's like, no, crap takeaway is like a treat when you have no money. Like you have to, like you'll do that once a week or something. So
like McDonald's is quite cheap, but again, if you want to make your money last, then yeah, you can just buy a bunch of things and that will make multiple meals.
Yeah, a pack of 4 burgers for like £3.50. Versus a Happy Meal is like a $5. It's like, and then that'll do you for 4 meals. So, yeah, I hear this. I'm like, okay, maybe you're talking about like people with no money not having access to like more nutritional things. Fair enough, but like, it'd be like they don't have access to like they because of that they end up dependent on having takeaway every night. It's like that's not true at all. I don't see what.
I wish I could have takeaway all the time.
Yeah, and then these guys spending on penniless students. And they're going out to friggin' Pizza Hut and saying,
maybe they got the student loan in.
It could be. Maybe that's it. This is maybe that's why they were so excited. Yeah. That's why Mark was so like, yes, we're doing it. We're going for pizza and hot chocolate. Like, no, Mark, not the hot chocolate. We're telling you, goddamn it, no hot chocolate.
Maybe it's a Korean thing. You have both.
Oh, maybe I should have looked further down that list. Maybe there would be a hot chocolate pizza. It's like a favorite of esteemed Taekwondo instructor YK Kim.
Well, I do know of a pizza place in Korea. Because a band I know from Korea they've shot a music video in there. So let me have a look. Tom's Pizza in Seoul. Let's see what they serve at Tom's Pizza. What drinks?
If they serve a hot chocolate pizza, I'm gonna freak out, man.
They have absolutely no strange items. Everything is very lovely. Everything sounds absolutely well, except for the shot called the Pickleback. Which is a Jameson's with pickle brine in it.
Okay, well, I'll try it. I've only come around to pickles though recently. I used to hate pickles.
I did. It took me years. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm big. I'm all about them these days.
I'm into this. They've got a vegan pizza, the vegan pie, and you can't get a half and half on it though. Which come on, come on, do a half.
It is always that standard thing though. People always like most people if you ask them what pizza they want, and particularly the kids always pepperoni.
Yeah. I always wanted pepperoni as a kid.
The thing is, it's hard to debate as well. It's like, no, pepperoni is good, though.
I hated it for years.
Really?
Yeah. After I was a kid, maybe I overindulged. As like a 20-year-old, I was like, no, I'm not eating it. It's disgusting. And then just before I turned veggie, I did start getting into it again.
No, that's fine. It is just like, yeah, it's classic pizza, but it's just like, no, a pepperoni pizza will do you. It'll always hit the spot. Like, unless it's a really crap one. But again, that's one of the great things about pizza is like, you have to really screw it up for it to be bad.
That's it. Like they're pretty much even bad ones, so to speak. You're like, well, it's bread and cheese. Like, with some tomato sauce.
A 2-pound frozen pizza from Iceland, like over here, Iceland's a supermarket brand. Even then, it's like, it's meat and cheese and bread.
You could always eat it. That's the thing. It's never disgusting, really.
It's always very, again, when I was a student, those Iceland pizzas, you're living off them for a while, man.
Yeah, God. Don't take me back to being poor. Well, I mean, I'm poor now, but I was even more poor. I like as well, so after that bit, we cut to what is obviously one of their hangouts.
Yeah.
And they drag Tom inside to his royal suite, as they call it. Actually, he's got no shirt on now.
Yeah.
So, on one hand, take a drink.
A last split second additional drink, yeah.
And also, what the hell were they doing to him?
I mean, this is all. We got to see a lot more of what's going on next minute, so.
I'm just concerned. Like, you've took his clothes off? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's, though again, John, we almost missed the milestone. I guess we have to say, minute 60.
Yeah.
We're an hour in. We've done an hour of Miami Connection now. So, hey, we made it, kids. We've only got, 30 more to go or whatever. So
at this point, you've probably heard us for about 70 hours.
Yeah. And also, too, you're just like, it's only 30 more to go. That's literally half the amount of the ones we've just done. So it's like, it's still the guts of a year.
It's great.
Project,
See,
so.
This is why it was a great choice, because it just, it's material for ages.
Yeah, it's the movie, it's the pizza that keeps on pizzaing.
Pizzaing, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got for the monumental minute 60 of Miami Minutes.
The Pizza Pod. We'll do that. We'll just review pizzas. No video, just on air like this.
Is that what the Doughboys do? I've never listened to them, but I understand they're very famous. I know one of them, like, oh yeah, he was the guy who he dated Claudio Doherty's character in Love.
Yeah. See, I've heard of them, but I have no idea what they do.
I think a lot of their thing is just shooting the poop and talking about pizza. I think that's kind of the pitch of the podcast, and they just get like really big.
So we've stolen their gimmick today. Okay.
I think they get in like their big celebrity mates and stuff to talk about it as well, though. So it's like, Yep. I always get a little bit resentful because we put in the time and the effort, and then like the big wig celebrities come in and it's like, yes, I just got my friend in who was also very famous, and now we have 1 million sponsorships and I'm making money off this. You're like, yeah. Although we should hit up Pizza Hut for a tie-in or something.
Pizza Hut, if you're listening, I'll take the sponsorship. American Pizza Slice, I'll take yours.
Yeah, was that place in Seoul? Go
Tom's
there.
Pizza.
Tom Pizza. There we go. And it was Tom who got kidnapped. Oh my God!
Oh, everything's connected. Yeah. Holy shit!
Maybe that's why it's the pizza he had. They gave him in the trunk.
That's it.
That'd be great. They collected a pizza as well.
One of them pops in while they've already got him in the back of the car.
It's in the back of Dragon's Isn't that like one of those guys we had to fight in the streets? Like, come on, man, get it. Pepperoni, get over here right now.
They should have ran in and stolen a pizza off Dragon Sound's table.
And then they put it in the boot.
Yeah,
and then
they just throw it at him. There's your tea for later.
That was their pizza. And then I was like, oh, you ate the pizza. God damn. We were going to go easy on you, but get that shirt off. God damn it. Oh, we're going to lay into you now, asshole.
The only other thing I've got really is a brief thing in the commentary track. Now, they talk about how, when it stops raining, because when he parks the car and you see him again, you notice the rain has gone. So that's when they bring this up. So they end up talking about the rain in general. And not Tom. I'm mixing up my fucking names now. What's his name? Joseph Diamond says how it raining actually helped the scene. And at first I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it made sense when he explained it. Because he said it gave the guys an excuse to run on ahead of Tom, thus leaving him alone with the car. Because why would they do that on a normal sunny day? Why would they leave him and just run off and be like, you park the car? They wouldn't. They were a tight-knit unit. This gave them an excuse to run. So it actually improved the scene accidentally.
Yeah, no, that works. I'll give it to you, Joe Jack. Yeah, you came up with Joe Jack Horseman.
Once he explained it to me, I was like, he's at 100% right. Because if they ran off without him in the middle of the day, sunny, it would be weird. It would feel like, oh, this is just in there so he can get kidnapped. Whereas when you see it in this, you're like, well, yeah, of course. Like those guys, they haven't got an umbrella or anything. They haven't got a coat. You know? Yeah,
they don't have the convertible unit of the car like this.
Yeah.
I enjoy the way you said that, though, once he explained it to me. Like he rang you up personally to be like, oh, the thing about this thing, John.
I mean, I contacted him. My people spoke to his people. We got in touch. We had a nice drink.
Yeah. Went out for a Pizza Hut. And then,
of course, only the best.
And he was parking the car. He mysteriously disappeared, though, after.
I've not seen him since, actually. So.
Just bailed.
All I found was his shirt.
We'll save all it for next minute. All the shirt talk for next minute.
We will indeed. We will break the connection once again. As usual, speak to us on Facebook at the Miami Minutes Taekwondo Orphanage, Twitter at Miami Minutes, Instagram Miami Minutes, Threads as well, apparently. I don't really post on it, but I'll get the notification, send it through. And check out our network, Sleepy Charlie Media, on Patreon for bonus content and TeePublic for merchandise of all kinds, exciting, wonderful stuff, cartoons and text. That's about it. You can find out that the only way to eliminate violence is through world peace. So.
Spoiler for the end of the movie, John. What are you doing?
No. Well, now you've spoiled it. They just thought it was a T-shirt.
No. Well, edit that out. Edit it.
That's
Delete that footage.
Mr. Editor, whoever you are, edit that out. What's Joe Rogan's guy called that he's always bring that up on the screen? I've never listened to the show, so I don't fuck it. He's got some guy. He's got some lackey that he makes do everything because he's too fucking lazy to do his own podcast. Piece of shit. Joe Rogan, come at me, bro. Let's fight. Let's go in the octagon.
I think though it had been like a guy you liked though, you'd be like, no, he's giving a job to a needing person. He's employing people. Like it's a very noble thing to employ someone else to do the editing for him. But the fact that you don't like Joe Rogan is like, fuck that ass, lazy PC.
Yeah, I'll fight you, Joe. Come on, let's do it. Podcaster v podcaster. You'll beat the shit out of me, and I don't care.
I mean, publicity for the show.
Exactly right. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
You can just wear the T-shirt that says "Only through the elimination of violence," and people are like, "Oh, where did you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, I got it from this store."
Yeah, and I'll get the branding on the back, and it'll be great. It'll be great. You couldn't get all of that too, listeners. So do that, and join us again in 1 week for more Miami Minutes.
What's gonna get you?
Care Bears, prepare to stare.
Listen to me. Ha 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 ha!